Welcome to another edition of Swim Easy Speed. This is a Pro Camp edition. So today we are going to be looking at Jackie Herring, and Jackie's a longtime pro, and mostly a 70.3 specialist and a ex-collegiate swimmer. Um, so here's Jackie swimming, and the first thing that I noticed about Jackie was that she moved well in the water, and you could tell that she swam growing up. But she did definitely look like, and this was the first thing that I saw when she got in the workout, was that she had gotten into a very kind of, hey, I don't really need to work that hard in the swim, and that's kind of how the stroke looks. So you can see how, if you look here, and I just want you to kind of look at the overall stroke and how she's moving. And how it's really, really relaxed, and there's not much connected. It's connected, but not really. And it's connected because she had worked to get it connected all those years ago. Here you can see, she's got good body position. She gets on top of the stroke, has a good pull, and you'll see that, kind of going forward. Here, this is all just, she probably doesn't have his core engaged as much as she could. This is pretty, I just had an athlete in the water that is like top 5 NC2As in the mile. I coached her when she was like 11, 12. And, one of the things that we worked on now that she's in college is we worked on kind of this crossing over. She was doing the exact same thing. And it's one of those fundamental things that if you don't focus on it, this is kind of how some of it can change. And so with Jackie, that was one of the first things that we worked on was just that position 11 drill. And where you're just trying to get everything to drive straight forward. Here you can see, Jackie's got, a good underwater pull. Typically this is, you want to see that at around 100 to 110, but look, she's right on midline right there, pulling through. So, effectively the hand is in line with the shoulder. The elbow is out. So she's getting a lot of leverage on the water, and you can always get a little bit more. Here, probably rotating a little bit too much. Let's see what that is. Yeah, there's about 112. But you can see right here, that's probably a little bit extreme. Let's go back to the front above water. Yeah. So, and this is actually probably from her era too. So that's 60 degrees. So there was a point where, that high elbow, higher shoulder recovery, was, fairly prominent. And then you can see kind of over here, that's right at 40 degrees. You want to be 30 to 40 degrees on that recovery. So here, but you can, in general, just see how, she's kind of effectively dined out on her past training, probably for a while now with the swim. And, that would be, to get her back to where she'd need to be, it wouldn't be that difficult. And I think she ended up dropping during the course of the camp about 6-7 seconds 100. So you can see here we are with that PVC pipe, just trying to get her where everything's kind of driving straight forward. And then the next thing that we did was we got the brick out, put some fins on, and the thing with the brick is it's going to drive a lot, put a lot of tension in the core. And you put the fins on, shorter fins where you can, have more of a regular kick, or it doesn't basically screw up the cadence of your kick. That then adds even more pressure onto the core. And hopefully then what happens is it's going to connect the core to the lower body, core to the upper body, because one of the cues that you want to use is, you want to lift the brick up from your core. Don't lift it up from your shoulders. And then the core is going to connect everything back together. And then we're getting into that connected, coordinated, full body movement that is a really efficient swim stroke. And so, when you apply all of that together, then you get, a much more kind of efficient, improved stroke. So you can see here, you could see how much more connected her stroke looks, and how her arms don't look as floppy, kind of coming over the top. And that was the general gist of what we were trying to do, was just get everything connected back together, and not kind of be a lot more focused in the movement that you were making, and more present in the movement you were making, and go hard when you needed to go hard. She even said that she was starting to notice that the front of the swim is getting a lot faster in at Ironman distance and half Ironman distance. And so, those athletes are also faster on the bike and the run. So there's becoming less and less places where athletes are leaving time on the table, where you could overcome with a really great bike or run, or overcome with, that kind of past traditional view of triathlon. And that's kind of where she's trying to focus, and get her swim back to where she knows it can be. So as always, thank you for tuning in. And if there are any questions, I am always happy to answer questions. And look forward to catching you at the next video.